Next movie I watched was Alice in Wonderland. Oh man, that movie is designed to give you nightmares. And I can sit through almost anything. I've sat through a lot of gore movies. I've sat through a lot of like movies that will give you just traumatic nightmares, like The Ring, well, the Japanese Ring, and Nightmare on Elm Street. But this movie, it's just so surreal. I mean, like, I'm gonna say it straight up. It's Tim Burton's worst film, but that's not saying much because Tim Burton as a director sucks, anyways. So, uh, Alice in Wonderland. Oh man, it was just like, it was just if you took a really bad, it's like a really bad acid trip, but I think the acid trip would be normal compared to this movie. Like, it's just so surreal, and it's to the point where like you're kind of turned off by it. You kind of just want it to be a little more normal, and sometimes the images are like they aren't they are surreal, but then they don't really seem fitting to the movie because I don't know if the movie's supposed to be for kids or for adults. That's the main problem I have in this movie. Like, they mention killing and like beheading, and there's like a moat of lava, not lava, a moat of blood. Yet it's goofy and childish enough to look like it's for kids, but it's so dark and violent that it may be look for teenagers. I don't know. Hot Topic like advertised the shit out of this thing, so I don't know. Maybe it is for teenagers, emo, angsty teenagers. This was not a good movie. It was just I don't know. If I wanted to see this movie again without actually having to see this movie again, I just smoke some. I just take some LSD. That's all this is. This movie is just a surreal trip. And what makes it worse is the story is like this is Tim Burton's own sequel to the Alice in Wonderland books, but what he came up with was like it was just like basically Hook, like Return to Neverland, Return to Wonderland. Okay, I mean, Hook Hook was not a good movie to begin with, so when you make a Wonderland version of Hook, it's just fuck. That was other than that, it's like it was not a good movie. It was just like the main character girl. She was very boring. She was not delivering any of her lines, and then there's like Johnny Depp, who's like I know he's not the main character, but they made him look like he's the main character, so I'm gonna say he's the main character. And I don't know, this Johnny Depp, this is worse than like Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's so embarrassing that it's kind of hard to watch. He's trying so hard to be weird, but like it comes off as just a guy who's trying to be weird. And at the ending where they kind of kill the monster and he does the I don't know how you say it, like the flipperty gibbet whatever, the dance that he said he was gonna do at the end of the movie. That just killed it. It I know the movie was already dead, but that killed it. And it was just so embarrassing to watch. And that sums up Alice in Wonderland. Just an embarrassing movie to watch. Embarrassing, surreal movie that would probably make a lot of money from emo, angsty kids, teenagers my age, who would go into this movie, you know, just to see Johnny Depp in weird shit. Whatever. That's I hate emo kids.